Hello, today we're going to learn all about the letter O in English. The letter O is the 15th letter in the English alphabet and it's a vowel letter, okay? And there are lots and lots of ways to pronounce the letter O in English, okay? So, if you want to master pronunciation of this letter and all the different ways to pronounce it, then stick with me for this very interesting English pronunciation lesson, okay? So, the first way that we can pronounce the letter O in English is O. 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 Okay? This is sort of like putting a little ball in your mouth. O. 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 Okay? You can find this in words like on, off, stop, and job. On, off, stop, and job. You'll notice that it often comes before a consonant at the end of a word. So O is often pronounced O when you see O before a consonant at the end of a word. Like on, off, stop, you have OP at the end, and job, you have OB at the end, okay? On, off, stop, and job all have that O and then a consonant sound afterwards. You also find the letter O pronounced O in words where you see the letter O followed by a double consonant, like sorry, sorry, or follow, follow, or in British English, lorry, lorry, which means truck, okay? So, sorry, you have O-R-R. Follow, you have O-L-L. And lorry, you have O-R-R again. That double two consonants together, okay? Here, O is often pronounced O, 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 lorry, sorry, and follow, okay? The letter O is also pronounced O, sometimes when it just comes before one consonant in the middle of a word, like gone, gone, or product, product. You've got that product, gone, O, gone, product, and body, okay? Gone, product, and body. Gone, product, and body. It's also pronounced like this when it comes before two different consonants, like often, or problem, or contract, or clock. Often, often. Problem, contract, and clock. There's lots of words where you have that CK at the end, like dock, or sock, or clock, where it's pronounced O, ok, okay? Dock, sock, clock, rock, okay? All have that O-C-K. And here it's nearly always pronounced with that O sound. Try this practice sentence to help you get a feel for this pronunciation of O, this O pronunciation. I'd gone to stop the clock which had a problem. It had gone off and on too often. I'd gone to stop the clock which had a problem. It had gone off and on too often. I'd gone to stop the clock which had a problem. It had gone off and on too often. Okay? Repeat that sentence until you feel very comfortable with that O sound. Okay? The next way, number 2, the second way that we can pronounce the letter O in English is or. Now, this one's a little bit easier because it's nearly always when the letter O is before an R or when the letter O is together in a word with R, okay? Think of words like short, short, or storm, storm, or born, born, or report, report. Here, the letters O and R are together, and that normally means that the O is pronounced with the R as or, short, short, storm, storm, born, born, and report, report. Okay, remember that or. Try this amazing practice sentence to help you get that or sound perfect. The short storm forced me to sort out support and then order a report. The short storm forced me to sort out support and then order a report. The short storm forced me to sort out support and then order a report. Okay? Practice that as many times as you need to until you are very comfortable with that or sound. Okay? The third way to pronounce O in English is O. O. You probably noticed this is how the letter O is pronounced in the alphabet. O. 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 Okay? Make sure that you're pronouncing this correctly. Watch closely. O. O. This one has a lot of mouth movement. O. 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 Okay? You hear this in things like oh no. Oh no. Okay? O and no. You also hear it in words like phone, phone, or home, home, I'm going home, or alone, alone. Remember the famous movie Home Alone? Home Alone has two O-O sounds. Home alone, home alone, home alone. You'll notice this pronunciation of O happens most often when you see O and then N and then E, or O and then M and then E. This is because of the magic E at the end. Look at the word Tom. Tom. In the word Tom, O is pronounced O. T-O-M, Tom. But if we add E on the end, it changes to tome. Tom, tome. Tom, tome. If you want to learn more about the magic E, check out my video about the letter E up here now, okay? It'll help you get that magic E absolutely perfect and improve both your O and E pronunciation, okay? So, any word that you see with O-N-E or O-M-E usually means that magic E at the end has changed the O pronunciation to O, from O to O. So, phone, phone, zone, zone, alone, alone, okay? All of them have O-N-E, and home has O-M-E, okay? You also hear O pronounced O in words where O is at the end of the first syllable in two-syllable words. What does that mean? Look at words like mobile, mobile. They are two syllables. Mo-bile, mobile. Or even local, lo-cul, local. And also global, global, global. Or slogan, slogan. Okay? All of those words have that O and then the next syllable for different sound. Okay? O-all, obal. Okay? Global, local, slogan. Okay, you will also hear the letter O pronounced as O in words when the O is at the end of a word. Look at words like radio, radio, or potato, potato, and also really common words like also, also, or just no, no, okay? Also, no, radio, and potato. You'll see the O is at the end of a word, so it's pronounced normally O, O, okay? You'll notice this happens a lot in two-letter words in English, like no, or go, or so, or yo, okay? But there is one exception, do. English always has one or two exceptions, so you have no, go, so, and yo, but then do, and we'll talk about do later, okay? O is also pronounced O in really common words like most, or both, both. And also in the short form, the contractions, won't and don't. Will not is won't and do not is don't. Both times it's O, O, okay? Most, both, won't and don't. Try this sentence. No, we both phoned home ages ago. Lots of O. No, we both phoned home ages ago. No, we both phoned home ages ago. See if you can say it really quickly. No, we both phoned home ages ago. No, we both phoned home ages ago. Okay? Try this sentence. We don't do global slogans for local zones. We don't do global slogans for local zones. We don't do global slogans for local zones. Lots of O in there too. Okay? Okay, the fourth way to pronounce the letter O in English is This sounds like a schwa, but it's not a schwa. It's more stressed than a schwa. It's found in words like come, or some, or company, and stomach. You've got that like a stressed schwa sound, okay? Stomach, company, some, and come, okay? Stomach, company, some, and come, with that sound. The letter O is often pronounced like this when it comes before N or M, okay? So in words like some and come, you have O-M, some and come. But also in words where the letter O comes before the letter N, like money, or Monday, or even London, okay? It's also pronounced like this in words with W-O-N. There's not many words like this in English, but words like won, I won the game, or wonderful, or wonder, okay? One, wonderful, and wonder. One, wonderful, and wonder. Sometimes it's pronounced like this too when it comes before the letter V, like in love, or glove, or discover. You've got that discover, love, glove, and discover, okay? Also in words with O-T-H, like brother, mother, and other. Brother, mother, other. Try with me. Brother, mother, other. Brother, mother, other. Brother, mother, other. Each time you have that other. Brother, mother, other. Okay? Finally, in the word colour. It's a very common word. The colour of the sky. The colour of the sea. Colour. colour. Practice these sentences. Number 1, some of us will come with the company to London this month. Some of us will come with the company to London this month. Some of us will come with the company to London this month. Number 2, it's wonderful that on Monday I won a lot of money. It's wonderful that on Monday I won a lot of money. It's wonderful that on Monday I won a lot of money. Okay? Finally, remember this really cool sentence. What other colours do your mother and brother like? What other colours do your mother and brother like? You'll notice they're all the same. What other colours do your mother and brother like? What other colours do your mother and brother like? See if you can say that one super fast. What other colours do your mother and brother like? Okay, the 5th way to pronounce O in English is You'll see this in words like word, where you have W, O, and R together. So, word, word, or work, or worth. That's a tricky word because it has that TH at the end. Worth. Or even world. Around the world. Okay? It's also in words like attorney. Not so common, but another word that you might hear that sound. Attorney. Okay? So practice with me. Word. Work. Worth. World, and attorney. Okay? Try this amazing practice sentence. Some words work worse than worthless words do. Some words work worse than worthless words do. Some words work worse than worthless words do. That's good practice for that. Okay? Okay, the 6th way to pronounce O in English is oo. Watch closely. Ooh. This is in really common words like do, and who, or two, both two and the number 2, okay? Ooh. It's also found in some words with OMB, like womb or tomb. But be careful because there are lots of ways that we can pronounce OMB in English. We have womb and tomb, but we have bomb and comb. So lots of different ways to pronounce the O in those words. But 2 common words are womb and tomb, and they're pronounced with that oo. You'll also see O pronounced oo in words where there are 2 O's. Not all the time, quite rarely, but in words like room or food. Room and food. Sometimes words with OO will be pronounced oo. Food and room. So, practice this sentence. Whose tomb is next to the food room? Whose tomb is next to the food room? Whose tomb is next to the food room? One more time. Whose tomb is next to the food room? Okay, I want to take a quick stop here and ask you if you are enjoying this lesson, if you're learning something, please hit that like button below and subscribe to this channel so you can see more of my videos in the future and you don't miss out on a chance to really improve your English pronunciation. Okay, let's continue. Okay, the seventh way that we can pronounce O in English is O. O. Like in the word woman. Wo. O. Woman. Or bosom. Bosom. Or wolf. Wolf. Practice these three words. Woman. Woman. Bosom. Bosom. Or wolf. Wolf. Here you've got that O. 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 Wolf. Woman. Bosom. Okay? And the eighth way to pronounce O in English is I. I. This is very rare. This is not common at all. Okay? It's only found, as far as I know, in the word women. Women. But this is super important because lots of students get this wrong. Woman for one, and for two or three or more, it's women. So one woman with that O, and two women. One woman, two women. One woman, two women. Practice with me. One woman, two women. Okay? Okay, and finally, the ninth way to pronounce the letter O in English is, of course, as a schwa sound. A schwa sound. If you don't know what the schwa sound is, check out this video up here to make sure that you know this before we continue, okay? It's the most important sound in English. Nearly every vowel can appear as a schwa, and here the letter O appears as a schwa. Now, remember, the schwa sound in English is always unstressed. So the letter O, when it is not stressed, especially when it's at the beginning of words, is often a schwa in English. Think of words like observe, observe, where you've got that really fast, unstressed at the beginning. Observe, unstressed. Observe, occur, occur, and oppose. Observe, occur, and oppose. Okay? Also in official, official, and occasion or occasionally. Official, occasion, and occasionally. You'll notice that it's not stressed at all. We say it really quickly. Some people can't even hear it. Occasionally, occasionally, occasionally. Really quick at the beginning. Occasionally, occasionally, occur, observe. Okay? You'll also hear the letter O pronounced with a schwa when it comes in words with T-I-O-N or S-I-O-N at the end, like information, information, or station, station, or relation, relation. Okay, that at the end is the O being pronounced as a schwa. Information, information, station, station, and relation, relation. The same with S-I-O-N words like vision, vision, and decision, decision. Okay? Vision and decision. What you can do is look in a word for when the O is not stressed, like in the word broccoli. In broccoli, there are two O letters. The first is stressed, bro, bro. But then there's another O that's not stressed, ka, broccoli. So that second O is a schwa sound, broccoli, broccoli. Also in gorilla, gorilla. You have the O there in gorilla is not stressed. It's not ga-rilla, it's gorilla with that rilla as the stress. Gorilla, gorilla. So here the O is also a schwa. You'll also hear O as a schwa in British English when you see OR at the end of words, okay? Not in American English, but in British English, in my accent, it's very, very common. OR at the end of words like doctor or director. It's not doctor or director, it's director, doctor, with that schwa at the end. Doctor, director, doctor, director. Finally, and very, very important, many very common words in English have strong forms and weak forms. Look at words like for and from. For and from, you can hear or in the first one and in the second one. But they are the strong form of those words. But they also have weak forms. So when we are speaking really, really fast, we don't say for. We say fa. This is for him. This is for him. Not this is for him. When we're speaking really fast, we change the O to a schwa. This is for him. This is for him. Fa, fa, fa. From becomes from. This is from my mother. This is from my mother. Not this is from my mother. This is from my mother. It makes it easier to talk really fast. Remember, you will see more of that in my schwa lesson, okay? So if you want to practice speaking quickly using the schwa sound, check out that lesson again up there, okay? Words that have a weaker form where the O changes into a schwa are words like for, from, some, to, and of, okay? For, from, some, to, and of. For becomes fa. From becomes from. Some becomes some. Of becomes of. And to becomes ta. Okay? So practice all of them in both their strong form and their weak form. Now try this amazing practice sentence. The official occasionally opposed what occurred. The official occasionally opposed what occurred. The official occasionally opposed what occurred. All with that schwa sound at the beginning. Okay? Now try this sentence if you want to practice some of those weak forms. Okay? The information from this station was for my director. The information from this station was for my director. The information from this station was for my director. The information from this station was for my director. From and for in there. So practice that one many, many times. Listen to me as many times as you need to and practice it until you can say it just as fast as I can. Okay, now let's have a look at the letter O when it's together with other vowels in words. This can be really tricky. For example, look at OA. OA, when you see these two letters together in a word, it could be pronounced O, like in boat or coat or loading. Boat, coat or loading. That O. Here, OA is pronounced O, boat and coat. But it could also be pronounced or, like in board or raw or saw. Board, raw, and saw. Board, raw, and saw. So remember, OA together is most often either pronounced or in board and raw and saw, or O in coat and boat. Okay? You might be able to spot some little patterns there. OAT is often oat. Coat, boat, and oat. And OAR is often or. Board, saw, and raw. Be careful though when you see these letters together to make sure that they are part of the same syllable. If they are different syllables, they will be two separate sounds, like in coalition. In coalition, co is one syllable, is the next syllable, okay? So it's not O and A together, it's coalition. This is the same in the word oasis. O, one syllable, A, the next syllable, and sis, the final syllable. Oasis, oasis, coalition and oasis. Try this sentence. My coat and my oar were in the boat next to the board. My coat and my oar were in the boat next to the board. My coat and my oar were in the boat next to the board. Okay, the next set of letters we'll look at is O and E together. O and E is often pronounced O, like in toe, toe, or the name Joe, Joe, but also at the end of words with OES, plurals of words like potato, which is potatoes, or mosquito, which becomes mosquitoes. That OES there is pronounced O's, O's, mosquitoes, potatoes, Joe, and toe. OE can also be pronounced oo, like in shoe or canoe, shoe and canoe. And it can also be pronounced in the word does, does. This is a bit different from Joe and toes, but it's does, does, he does, she does, okay? Make sure you practice that one. He does this, she does that. He does this, she does that. Finally, OE can also be pronounced OA in words like poem or poetry or poet, poem, poetry, poet, poem, poetry, and poet. Try this practice sentence. The mosquitoes are in my shoes. Let's put the potatoes in the canoe. The mosquitoes are in my shoes. Let's put the potatoes in the canoe. One more time. The mosquitoes are in my shoes. Let's put the potatoes in the canoe. The third combination is when we see O and O together, like before when we looked at words like food and room. But there are actually lots of ways OO can be pronounced in English. You have food and room, and boot and moon, food, room, boot and moon, but also book and look and took and cook. Okay, book, look, took and cook with that sound. Okay, moon with that oo, but book with that okay? Try this practice sentence. Look, the good cook took my bloody book. Look, the good cook took my bloody book. Okay? The fourth combination of letters is OI, which is nearly always pronounced oi, oi, oi. Like in voice, voice, or choice, choice, or join, join, okay? Voice, choice, and join. OI, that oi, is nearly always pronounced that way. Oi, 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 okay? The fifth combination of letters is OW. This is often pronounced O, like in window, or no, or row. But it can also be pronounced ow, like in brown, or frown, or down. Okay? And it's also pronounced o in the word knowledge. Knowledge. Okay? So you have O in window or row. You have ow in brown and down. And then you have O in knowledge. Knowledge, okay? 3 ways to pronounce O-W. Try this practice sentence. I know you'll frown when you look down from the window. I know you'll frown when you look down from the window. I know you'll frown when you look down from the window. The 6th combination is O and Y. O and Y is pretty much the same as O and I. So it's pronounced oi. Remember, O-I is pronounced oi, like in voice. O-Y is also nearly always pronounced oi, like in boy, boy, or toy, toy, or soy, soy, or even employ, employ. Okay? Okay, number 7, the final combination of letters we will look at today is O and U together. Now, O and U together in English, there are lots of ways this can be pronounced. So, have a look at the screen right now at some of those ways. You can see that the first way is OU pronounced as ow in about and house. The second is hour in flower and hour and hour. The third way is in country, young, or touch. The fourth way is in journey or journalist. The fifth way is in could or would or should. And the sixth way is or in thought or fought or caught. The seventh way is O in though, although, and dough. The eighth way is oo in group and you and soup. And finally, the ninth way is as that schwa sound in famous, obvious, and serious. Okay? So, lots of ways to do that OU combination. I will make another video all about O and U together in the future. So make sure you have subscribed to my channel so you don't miss that video when I release it soon. Okay? Now, let's try 2 practice sentences. Have a look at this one. I thought our house could help you, though we had no soup. I thought our house could help you, though we had no soup. I thought our house could help you, though we had no soup. I thought our house could help you, though we had no soup. Now look at the second one. The journey across the country should take the young man 5 hours. The journey across the country should take the man 5 hours. The journey across the country should take the man 5 hours. Okay? Go back and practice all of the sounds from today's lesson again. Maybe once, twice, or 3 times. And I promise your English pronunciation will improve so much. Okay? Now, let's look at the silent O in English. The silent O. Unlike most letters, the silent O doesn't happen very often. There are not many words in English with a silent O. But many native speakers like to take the O from some words and not use it. For example, look at words like favorite. In the word favorite, most native speakers don't say favor with the O in the middle. We don't say that O in the middle. We don't say favorite. We say favorite. 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 This is the same with words like chocolate. We don't really say chocolate. We say chocolate. The second O in there, we delete. we delete and don't use. Chocolate, chocolate. Favourite, favourite. Catholic, Catholic, not Catholic, Catholic. And comfortable. This is my favourite one. Comfortable, not comfortable, but comfortable, comfortable. It's comfortable, comfortable. The middle O is gone. Comfortable. So practice with me. Favourite, not favourite, but favourite, favourite, chocolate, Catholic, and comfortable. Practice those words again and again and again. Favourite, comfortable, chocolate, Catholic. Favourite, comfortable, chocolate, Catholic. Favourite, comfortable, chocolate, Catholic. Okay? Okay, now let's try some really crazy O tongue twisters in English. Have a look at this one. Ollie and Oliver and Olivia all own orange overalls and often work overtime at the olive market in Oregon. Ollie and Oliver and Olivia all own orange overalls and often work overtime at the olive market in Oregon. Try and practice this with me. Ollie and Oliver and Olivia all own orange overalls and often work overtime at the olive market in Oregon. Have a go at that one. Okay, now have a look at the next one. Open and observe our ornamental oblong organic oranges. Open and observe our ornamental oblong organic oranges. Open and observe our ornamental oblong organic oranges. Wow, that's a crazy one, isn't it? Okay, practice both of them tongue twisters 10 times if you can. And again, I promise it really will help your O pronunciation to become absolutely perfect. Okay, now I want you to do a small test. Okay, and I want you to write your answers in the comments below, okay, to make sure that you have learned something good today. Have a look at the 4 words that you can see on the screen now. I want you to tell me which one, A, B, C, or D, has the oo sound. Which one of those words has the oo sound? Okay, that is question 1. Write your answer in the comments. Now, question 2. Have a look at these 4 words, A, B, C, and D. Which one of these 4 words is pronounced with the sound? Which one of these 4 words is the O pronounced okay? Once you've done that, write both of your answers in the comments below and I will comment back and tell you if you got it correct or not. Okay? Thank you very, very much for joining me for today's lesson. I really hope that this lesson helps you to improve your English pronunciation. If you have enjoyed this lesson, again, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and if you have friends that might benefit from this video, you can share this video with your friends who are learning English too. Okay? Thank you again, and I will see you for another English pronunciation lesson. Bye bye.